never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Welcome, motherfuckers! My name is Drummy, and this is the Brony Nerds and Gamers official Fallout New Vegas hardcore run. I must sound like such a hypocrite. I remember it was not even a year ago that I had said I would never play Fallout New Vegas. But times have changed.
You're awake.
And this, most especially my my interest in Fallout New Vegas has changed. For a particular reason. Now,
why don't you just
recently I've gotten into this this joy of watching people do hardcore Let's Plays. I watched the Super Best Friends Nuzlocke for Pokemon, and I started playing Nuzlocke on Pokemon myself, and I really loved it. And I found that I really loved that feeling that at any moment your joy of the game could be ripped from you. You're ripped out of your heart and stamped on the ground and smeared into little bits. I really like that idea because I'm a masochist for punishment, apparently. So of course I gave it some more consideration.
How'd I do?
And I realized I could play a hardcore Let's Play of other things. Now, the reason why I want to do a hardcore Let's Play is very simple. It's because... yeah, we'll do that. It's because I basically,
Well, I got most of it.
I
right
basically
anyway.
want to play
Stuff
this
that
game
matters.
as a Let's Play,
Okay.
but I don't
Since
feel like I
people
want
don't
to
anymore.
put into a
Let's see if we
full
can get you on your
LP, you know. I kind of did that with Skyrim, and
Good.
it fell apart
Why don't you
because
walk down to the end of the room?
after a certain point, I felt
Take it
like I was
slow
just
now.
throwing myself against
It
a
ain't a
brick
race.
wall. You know, all the times I kept dying in Skyrim, every time someone would die in Skyrim. And before we go any further, I need to change some things. Number one, we're playing in hard mode. That's true. But that is not what I need to change. It is this. Yeah, we need to just turn that down. I hate the sensitivity of the mouse in the settings, because it's just, it is unbearable. Now, is there any other action mappings I need to change? No. Block is Q. That only matters if we're using melee, but we gotta remember that. Left shift is sneak, and left control is run. Always run is capped lock. There's no sprint in this game like there was in Skyrim, which sucks. I think that it needs a sprint, especially if we're going to be running from a lot of things. But I'm thinking we're going to be fine. Pad 1 and pad 2. We do want, no, I don't want to be enter. I can't use insert, unfortunately. What about, can I use that? Can I? Why won't you let me use buttons? What, can I use P? Why won't, hold on. That key cannot be remapped. I just did it. Oh, that key. So, what? Okay, so I can do it. Oh, god damn. Let's keep those a little far. Let's keep them really far. How about this? 7 and 3. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So we got 7 and 3. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That'll work. And grabbing is Z. Is that what I want for grab? I think so. What's I think I fucked up some of the controls. Maybe. I'm just gonna cut this out, aren't I? Yeah. Alright. We've got our control set up. Sensitivity is a little better. Now, normally, you come to this part
So far.
and just set your
Go ahead and get
stats whatever you like.
We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
However, that's not interesting enough. So what I've got right here is a D10. It's a 10-sided die for you youngins who don't know what a D10 is. Of course, not saying anything bad about you youngins. Just saying you don't know a lot about 6-sided die. But here's what we're going to do. There are 6 stats. Strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, and luck. Agility and luck. 7. There's 7 stats, right? And right here we can set them all. So here's what we're going to do. Let's set them all to 1. And I've tried this a few times, and this seems like the best option. We're going to roll for each stat. Now, if we have any points left over, or if we run out of stats at the end, we'll fudge the numbers around a little bit, maybe to help us out. But we're going to basically be creating a character that we have no control over. So we're not creating like an Applejack character. I just made Applejack to speed up the process, as is our thing. Okay, first stat, 7. 7 for strength. That's really, really good. That is lucky. That's luck. Like, here's what I'm saying. Strength and endurance are two things I want, because I'm probably going to be carrying a lot of shit. I mean, endurance is really the more important one. Strength is good, because if I'm going to be running out of ammo, which I will, and I'll explain that in a bit, but I want that endurance. So let's get perception next. Perception will be a 1. 1 perception. Literally, literally the worst. So maybe if we get some extra points, we can put some points into perception. We'll see. We'll see. How about endurance? What do we get for endurance? 9 endurance. Okay. I'm rolling the die here. Like, I'm sure you may be able to hear me rolling the die. Let's go for charisma next. Charisma is a 10. Can we even get a 10? Yes, we can. We are one charismatic motherfucker. Wow. Applejack got the charisma today. All right. Next is intelligence. What we got for intelligence? A 7. This isn't good. This isn't good. So we got a 7 for intelligence. So what can we do with agility and luck? We'll see. We may get 2s in each of them. I got a 3 for agility. So what do we get for luck? If we get 3 or less, I think we're fine. We get a 2. So we've got a 2 for luck. Look at these horrible stats. Okay. Gosh. We've got, so, strength, endurance, charisma, we are great in. Intelligence is pretty good too. So if we focus on bartering and computers, I think we'll be good. I mean, let's go back a second here, because intelligence is science, repair, medicine, and skill points in general. So you get more skill points based on intelligence. So skill points is really important, because that's the only way you up your skills, and that's based on intelligence. So if we give ourselves 1 extra point of intelligence, every level will get an additional skill point to throw in. Is that right? Yes. Yeah, not the first level. The first level, it works differently. However, our perception is terrible. We have no perception. We have absolutely no perception. Oh, it's as terrible. I'm a deaf bat, basically. Explosives, lockpick, energy weapons, accuracy, and compass range. Accuracy is really, really important. So I should at least put 1 more point into it, so I'm not a deaf bat. Because I know in these games, whenever you have like a 1, it makes some things really bad. So maybe if I at least have a 2, it will help out with that. I will have no way to sneak by anything. Not even worth trying. I could just go ahead and put a point in endurance, give myself a lot more health, resistance, and survival. And survival's a skill, by the way, not necessarily a not a general stat, but it's a skill. Oh man, the decisions that we have to make are very hard. Guns, agility affects guns, sneak, speed, action points, and action point regeneration. Agility is also really good. Agility affects our ability. We need things to survive. So all right. Here's what I'm thinking. We clearly have bad perception, bad luck. Perception's going to be bad no matter what. If we put a point in agility, we'll at least be semi-half decent with the guns that we need to use. And maybe as we continue on, we'll get items to buff our agility. And we'll also get items to buff our perception. But honestly, the perception basically affects our ability to recognize enemies. That's the main stat of perception. And that'll make more sense as we continue on with our Let's Play.
Well, we know your vitals are good. But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn are dropping.
Yes, I'm sure.
You take a seat in my couch and we go through.
I can jump. This it reminds me in Portal 2. In Portal 2, you could actually go and
all right. I'm gonna say a word.
When what's his name? Wheatley.
Dog.
Wheatley. He dog, cat.
House.
House. Shelter.
Night.
Night. Sleep.
Bandit.
Bandit. Bandit. Bribe.
Light.
Light. Dark.
Mother.
Father? I don't know. Tattle.
Okay. Now I got a few statements.
So we're answering these questions. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track.
First one.
We're answering these questions in just about the quickest way we can. But as honestly as we can. So I am strongly against conflict.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
That is not true. Well, I mean, wait. That is true. That is not true. Damn double negatives. I ain't one to rely on others for support. I disagree. I disagree. Yeah.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
Well, I mean, really, I am a bit of a glory hound, but I oftentimes in my personal life I try to stay out of it. I'm just gonna pick strongly agree.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
This is very strongly disagree.
I've
always been the kind of guy that loves embracing new technologies and new ideas. I'm not one to charge in.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this?
Okay, yeah, broken chain.
Okay. How about this one?
And that looks like two guns, but this is too embarrassed to say what it looks like.
Last one.
And those are two bears. That is two bears. Two bears. I guess I can also see a mushroom cloud there. It's in the center.
Well, that's all she wrote.
Alright, so based on my
to compare
answers,
to,
the
so
game
maybe better
assigns
just have a look
certain
at the
stat
results.
points.
See if it all
I am
comes
going
out.
to allow myself to replace one. So it'll tell me that I want energy weapons, explosives, and speech. Explosives goes off of well, does it? Yeah. Explosives goes off of perception. Huh. So, it gives me energy weapons, explosives, and speech. Energy weapons are cool. And if I put my point in energy weapons, the game will start me with an energy weapon. So it's not like they give me an energy weapon and then don't let me use it. However, we are probably better off putting our points into guns because we will find many more guns than energy weapons. So, unfortunately, because they gave me energy weapons, I really need to go with guns. Now, otherwise, like, I could take the point out of guns, put it into repair, or heck, put it into barter. But I don't think that's going to be as important. I could put it into survival. Survival skill increases the hit points you receive from food and drink. It also helps you create consumable items at a campfire. That's really good, since the only way we get to heal ourselves is with food. But I guess, like, I always, folks, I always fret about these kinds of decisions. I have one point I move around, And I know you can put more points in as you go, but if you don't have the points to do it, it kind of sucks. So we have a high intelligence, which affects repair, science, and medicine. We also have a high strength, which involves our melee weapons. Survival and unarmed is really good. We could probably just start using unarmed combat like right from the get-go. Don't even worry about fighting with a weapon. But you know, it might also be good. I could take the point out of speech, but then I have to leave the point in energy weapons, and I don't want to leave a point in energy weapons. All right, that's just it. I don't want to leave the point in energy weapons. I know this game well enough to know that energy weapons are few and far between. If we find an energy weapon and it's really good and we have a reason to use it, maybe. But if we keep these 2 points close to each other, then maybe it won't matter as much if we find a gun or an energy weapon. So then it all becomes an issue of, like, do we use science to work on the computers, melee weapons, medicine? Medicine skill determines how many hit points you replenish upon using a stim pack. That's really good. That's really good. Stim packs are, well, stim packs aren't going to be as useful in this Let's Play. And, again, we'll get to that in a moment. I think, oh gosh, our agility sucks. Our agility sucks, but I don't know why we have an 11 in it. Maybe because it doesn't suck that terribly. Honestly, I'm surprised that energy weapons is so small. Like if I take out, like I know explosives and speech is gonna be one of the things I'm doing. Oh, because energy weapons is a perception. That's why. That's why explosives is so low, because that goes off perception. Speech will be great. We'll be able to talk our way out of a lot of things. Probably gonna use that very much. All right. Here's the thing. We're gonna try to talk our way out of problems because we're going to be high in charisma and speech. That being the case, maybe barter, but that just affects buying things, and that's not going to help me survive. Really, what's going to help me survive is survival. Yeah, let's do it. So we'll put points in. We'll put a point into survival. Move it from energy weapons. Keep explosives and speech because that's our deal, right? We answered the questions as honestly as we could, quickly but honestly, and we allowed ourselves to switch one thing around. Honestly, the only reason it gives me energy weapons is because I clicked strongly disagree to that one question. Honestly, I mean that's really all it comes down to. But we're not high in perception, so we'll just do that. Explosives. Probably not going to find many explosives, but at least we'll have somewhat decent skill in it. So let's click done. Now, the next part is that we have to choose our starting perks. Now, normally I would fret and say, oh, well, I don't know about the perks. You know, I'm going to sit around and try to decide for, you know, days and days and days about what perks to choose. Here's the thing. We are going to choose Wild Wasteland as one perk. Because this was something that a friend told me that I should do. It doesn't make the game harder per se, but it makes it much more interesting. I normally would not do this. Because I know that it would just create more chaos for the Let's Play. And since this is a hardcore Let's Play, like, things being more simple makes it easier, but at the same time, you know, it's one of those things where I'd rather have the I would rather have something else besides Wild Wasteland. But because this is a hardcore Let's Play of our own making, we will be excuse me, I had an email I was reading. We are following an idea that was put in our heads by other people who helped me making this. Some friends of mine, some of you commenters, and other people. Now, there was one other thing. You see, one of the feats, one of the perks you can choose, or in this case, traits, is supposed to be like the Black Widow. Like, you're playing as a woman, so you can either be the lady, you could be the man-eater or the femme fatale, which gives you additional options when talking to men and women. But it doesn't seem to be popping up. It might be because of my high charisma. So because I have such high charisma and a point in speech, so it might not be something that pops up. That being the case, we can give ourselves good-natured, because that gives us +5 to barter, medicine, repair, and science, which are all great things. However, it gives us a -5 to energy weapons, explosive guns, melee weapons, and unarmed. So if we pick good-natured, we're gonna basically be min-maxing our ability to talk to people, which means we'll probably be able to talk our way out of most problems. Not that great for LP purposes, but that's basically the way to do it. I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong. So let's do it. Let's do good-natured. Just we'll buff up all that, and as for everything else, gosh, hopefully we'll just be able to survive. Now, there are a few other things to keep in mind with this hardcore Let's Play. The first one is that we are not playing with the normal set of rules. I'm trying to find my clock here. I closed it to read the email. Okay, we have time. The first is, and we're gonna explain it here.
These are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin, but it was just something about a platinum chip.
Well,
Platinum
chip.
If you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you.
Oh.
And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty.
Well, I was wearing
Was
clothes. What, did they take my
I
clothes
think she was
too?
about your size, and she hardly wore it after we left the vault. Felt it was too brazen.
All right. Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
I'll try. All right, here we go. Hardcore mode. Fallout New Vegas allows you to play in a new hardcore mode that greatly increases the challenge of the game. In this mode, stim packs heal over time and cannot mend broken limbs. Radaway removes radiation over time. Ammunition has weight, and dehydration is a constant concern, as is sleep and the need to eat. These are important things. You may turn hardcore mode on or off at any time in the gameplay menu, but if you activate hardcore mode now and maintain it through the end of the main storyline, you receive a special reward. Would you like to activate hardcore mode? Yes. Now, apart from just playing with hardcore mode, which gives us the requirement of eating, sleeping, and drinking, we also speech and melee weapons. Oh my gosh, look at this. Terrible perception. Terrible. We've got a 45 to speech though. Damn, we got a 45 to speech. I cannot believe that. So melee weapons is going to be our thing of choice. Now before we run out of here, there are a few things I'm going to steal, because this house is basically a starting point and it allows you to steal things without too much worry. Take all? Take all. Now, apart from the choice to only, thank you. I don't need those. Thank you. I don't need that. I just want that. Give myself a little bit of extra perception. I need it. Apart from that, turning on hardcore mode, playing on hard mode, which that was important to note. Ooh. I cannot repair the submachine gun, unfortunately. I think I do start with a gun. No, you're starting me with dynamite. Dynamite? Are you serious? I don't know how to use dynamite. Does 44 damage. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. All right, steal this. Rad-X. Oh, a laser pistol. Okay. All right, and a hammer. Medical brace. Don't care about the crutches. Knife. All right. Surgical tube, the empty syringe. Leave the crutch. Ophthalmoscope. Don't want that. Apart from the normal hardcore mode, we are also playing with a couple of mods. The first being that the rate of decay, and since I've been running around a little bit, you can see, hopefully, that the rate of decay for water, food, and sleep is doubled. That means that as I walk around, I will really, really need to find as many things as I can to eat and drink. Otherwise, if I get dehydrated, take the Med-X, blood pack, surgical tubing. Because if any one of those stats reaches full, I die. That's all there is to it. Take those buffalo gourd seeds, pork and beans, sugar bombs. Take the ammunition. Another knife. The second mod is... Oh, I am now sick with minor dehydration. Already sick with minor dehydration. Do I have anything I can drink? I got dirty water. It's going to give me rads, but I need it. So you see, that's how fast that drains. That's how fast it drains. If we do not hurry and get ourselves the hell out of here, once this reaches 1,000, we're dead. So that tells you just how long you have to find water. Now, luckily, in the environment, there's actually plenty of water. Some of the water is, well, most of the water is dirty, and so you can't drink it. But at the same time, you know, unless I want to die, which I don't, I'm going to have to. The second mod is a fix. The fix is that, say you sleep in a bed, right? You get yourself well rested. You get a well rested perk for sleeping in a bed that you own. Here's the thing: when you sleep in a bed that you own, it also fixes your limbs and restores your HP. Now, that goes against the idea of the hardcore mode that the game has, which means that it's technically not designed for hardcore mode. It's kind of a gimmick that you could use. Now, not that we're going to get that far, right? I don't know if we will or not. But, nonetheless, I've decided that I found that there's a mod that you can download that fixes that. So now, if I sleep in a bed, I don't restore hit points and I don't fix broken limbs. The only way I can heal is by eating. The only way I can heal is with stim packs, and the only way I can heal limbs is with a doctor's bag. Right? Because normally, if you play this game, you've got your stim packs, and you could apply a stim pack to an area, and that would heal that would heal that area and heal that limb. Now, you must use a doctor's bag, and there's far fewer doctor's bags than stim packs. So if I break a limb, I'm going to be in trouble. Now, apart from that, there's also going to be a limit on items. So what have we picked up so far? We've got dynamite, 2 knives, and a laser pistol. The limit on items will apply only to weapons. and apparel. With apparel, I will allow myself to have one extra suit. So in this case, I have a vault jumpsuit, right? If I go back over here, I think there's usually one. Yeah, there's a dirty pre-war park stroller outfit. And we'll take the iron, the ashtrays, whatever. Just rob the place blind. It's important. Take the carton of cigarettes. Take all the cigarettes. Take everything that isn't nailed down. You need it. You need it. So right now I've got two. I've got a dirty pre-war park stroller outfit. Oh, that's actually pretty cute. That's actually a pretty cute little dress. And what does it give me? It gives me a +1 agility, which is good because I need more agility. So I can have two suits. I can have any number of additional things like pre-war hats, glasses. Those are things that just fit in bags. When it comes to weapons, however, there is a finite number of things I can carry. I believe. No, I don't want to repair. Can I repair? I can repair. No, I don't want to repair. What was the... Oh, there it is. Knife. Knife. Laser pistol. Dynamite. So in this case, I can have two melee weapons, two pistol type weapons. So either a laser pistol and a pistol, a laser pistol and an SMG. Any gun that is held with one hand is considered a pistol. So I can have two melee weapons, two pistols. I can have one rifle or shotgun and one heavy weapon, such as a flamethrower or grenade launcher. Dynamite is fine. That's considered that'll fall under, everything else and just normal carrying weight. So we can carry as many dynamites as we can find, and that's fine. Same thing with aided weapons. Everything else is just going to be based off of our weight thing here. But at the very least, we're not going to have to worry about weight too much. We are, however, going to have to worry about maintaining our weapons. Now, I've been wasting a lot of time here, and as a result, that H2O meter is not doing well. We were able to bring it down a little bit, but we're going to need to find a way to survive.